And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Earle Farrell for Memphis. A lovely day here in the Mid-South. We had sunshine. It got a little bit warmer, which I could certainly take. And it makes you think, hey, it's almost dinner time. And we got a great place for you to check out for dinner tonight. We're going to go downtown to, I guess, the 400 block of Main Street, just down the street from the arcade. And we're checking in with Jo Beth Graves at Grecian Gourmet Taverna. And good afternoon to you, Jo Beth.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing great. I came downtown today and checked out your place and walked in the door, and the smells make you go, whoa. And I love what you've done. I mean, the place looks great. I love what you did outside. You've got a couple of tables outside. I love the awning you put out there. And then you walk in, very spacious inside, so people can socially separate. There's no dining in right now, but you've got it to go. And then a little bit we'll talk about where else you can get your great food. But first of all, tell people how you came up with the idea of getting into the Greek food business.
So I was married. My first husband was Greek, and we threw a lot of parties and did a lot of entertaining in our home. And so I think you know if you entertain people and you have a last name that's Greek, you do a lot of Greek cooking. And so so I fed a lot of people over the years, and I learned along the way. And I don't know if you remember, there was a great place in Midtown
Yes.
called Milos
Milos.
Taverna.
Yeah, that's
And
one of the first years I did my favorite restaurant we featured, and he was such a great guy. And every
yes,
every tray that came out, it was oompa.
oh my. So after he passed away and it closed, we just really wanted. I just felt like as a family we enjoyed that spot so much, and we wanted just to have a place that was small, authentic Greek food, and really so that my children and especially our daughter could take this over. So the goal was to. I went from making food for my friends to making food for more friends just at a restaurant.
Well, but and believe me, I've been in the restaurant business. You have to love getting up and going in and doing all the prep and all the work that you do to be successful in this business. And but this is not your first chosen field. You're also a nurse practitioner.
Yes, I did work. I worked at a local hospital for 30 years, and I retired about 2.5 years ago. And this was what I wanted to do for the years that I wanted to fill before I really retired.
Well, everybody calls this because I'm there too. I'm a lot older than you. The golden years, but really, I mean, I'm probably working harder now than I've ever worked, but I'm enjoying it more. I mean, I thoroughly enjoy what I do, and you obviously enjoy what you do, and you've got your whole family involved in it. Is your husband also involved in it now?
My husband is so remarried, and my husband retired from the corporate world, and he helps me with this. And we're partners every day. We come in and work together and get this going. He's also, thank goodness, he's a CPA, so he has
You
that
got to
nice
you,
background.
you got to watch the numbers. You do. You can be a
Yes,
great cook, but if you don't watch the numbers, you're a broke cook, is what you are. You're a nurse practitioner. You're well aware of the situation that all restaurants are in. Some are going through much more difficult times on the West Coast, the East Coast. But even here, the Restaurant Association came out with a letter they sent to the health department saying this is not fair. You're not showing us any science that any of these cases are coming from restaurants. In fact, the science that I've seen doesn't say that at all. It says it's mostly coming from people in their homes. People come into their homes and leave it, and then they got it. And you guys are taking every step. There's no in-house dining. You're everything that goes out the door is everybody's handling it with gloves. You all wear masks.
yes.
And so, I mean, what is your take on the situation?
So I support all of our fellow restaurants and every our bars. They are struggling right now, but I just felt like for us as a small family-run business, the more people you have contact with in a prolonged amount of time, that does expose you. And even though, and when you're eating and drinking, and there's some science that talks about ventilation systems, and if you've got one table right under a ventilation system pushing
It
towards
blows it
right,
throughout the rest of the restaurant.
the point is, I just feel like we just wanted to be careful. And although maybe everything's not pointing to it, and we just wanted to be careful and keep all of our people safe. And I think you saw my we have a baby due in like 3 weeks.
Oh,
So
wow.
we all want to hold that baby. And so we have some other things that we're looking forward to as well.
Well, and we all are, and that's the thing is that. But I think everybody, especially if you're not in the restaurant business, they see what's going on. They see that it's not. There's no parity here. You're telling us we can go to Costco, we can go to Kroger and get food, but we can't go to a restaurant. Fortunately, they haven't said that here in Memphis. I think it's still at 50% coming into your restaurant. You've just chosen to your product holds up well. People come and get it, take it home. You've also got your product in a number of different retail outlets. Tell them about that.
Right, and just to say, we were very fortunate that we already had an online platform built where people could order multiple levels of service. So they can order something hot to pick up and eat right now. We have a grab and go where they can come in and they can order it online. We have it ready for them. We can curbside, or they can come and pick it up where it's ready to heat. And then we also have a full line of retail items. And so we are in Miss Cordia's downtown. They were one of our first vendors. Also super low on Spotswood and super low in South Haven. Buster's Liquors sells our dips and our chips. So we're fortunate to have some other ways to bring revenue into the business.
And you have a USDA approved kitchen, so you can also ship out and send it to other places in the land.
Our USDA certificate is about 2 days away.
All right, congratulations. And we spoke about this briefly on the phone yesterday, but it is really the people who say, okay, here's our situation. What do we do now? You can't keep doing exactly what you were doing before. It's not going to work. I mean, they put in, like it or not, there's protocols out there you have to adhere to. And what you've done is said, okay, we're hemmed in here. Let's go in this direction. And so congratulations for you on that. And the fact that you've built up a loyal crowd downtown. Diane Neal, that's how I found out about you. She just loves your place. I guess she lives right across the street and is a frequent customer of yours. And Fran Glasgow, when I put up the promo today that we were going to, he kind of put a like that. And I said, somehow it does not surprise me that Fran Glasgow and his wife are frequent guests there. And it's downtown's getting to be a very close community, especially with all the things that have happened. And they're very protective of their restaurants. I mean, that's what I keep. Everybody's got. I'm taking care of my restaurant. We're gonna eat there. Are you getting that feedback from folks?
We have been so fortunate. We live a block away from here. So not only do we have this business that we believe in this community, we also live here. So we are very ingrained in the people. They're not only our customers, they're our neighbors, and they've become our friends. And that's how we feel about everyone who comes in the door. Fran, we love them so much, and he's a red pepper hummus man. He loves our red pepper. And Diane, I did not know her at all until I opened the restaurant, and she would come in and eat frequently, and now we've become really good friends. So our neighborhood, in our neighborhood association, the downtown commission has been extremely important, helping us with a social media grant. They've also helped with the Healing Station platform, when we had an outdoor dining platform for about 6 weeks. And then they've put these beautiful lights up down at the end of South Main in the Arts District. So we are very fortunate to be part of the South Main Association and a part of this beautiful South Main community.
Well, it really is. And people, if you haven't been down there recently, downtown's all fixed up and ready to go for Christmas. And go down there, and there's plenty to do. There's plenty of places to go sit down and on a bench and eat. Just make sure you get your leftovers and the garbage in the cans down there. It's very important we keep downtown clean along with the rest of Memphis. I do want to mention that us being able to go to the Grecian Gourmet Taverna, is made possible through the Southern Security Federal Credit Union. They, too, look at this as their neighborhood. And they said, what can we do to help? And I said, well, you can help us bring a different restaurant to everybody's attention every single day. So we're trying to do at least one restaurant a day and go set it up and put you on and keep you top of mind, and then share this, everybody, with all your friends so that more people can hear about this great restaurant And let's give a little tour. Let's see some of your food and show us the
Okay.
interior of your restaurant.
All right. So this building is over 100 years old. So I'm going to tap my phone and I'm going to, let's see, can you,
There,
all right.
there you
We've
go.
got, so this is, I'm just going to kind of walk you in as we come through the door.
Okay.
I'm behind the counter right now.
Do you
So as
know
you,
what the business was? Or I imagine it's been a number of things over the years, but back 100 years ago, do you know what it was?
it was a theater.
Wow.
So my landlord, our very good friends, Sheila and Ephraim, who own the art gallery next door, this building where this wall is now, that wall was non-existent. And this was a theater where the stairs, the stadium stairs went, or chairs went up from about where the counter is, back some. And then there was a stage over where the art gallery is now.
Wow. You know,
In the
in fact,
original floors
they're
and
just gorgeous. I was looking at
the
it today.
original ceilings.
And so when you came in there, you obviously had to install a kitchen in the back.
We did.
And that includes a vent hood, a grease trap, all that people that aren't in business don't know about it. But there's a lot of work that you just don't move in some coolers and cases and start cooking. And so there's a lot of work on the front end. But then every day there's all the prep you have to do for it, and then serving it up as people come in and get it. And what do you have here? Show us what you got on display here.
So these are our wines. What I showed you in the front, well, those are our front coolers that we keep filled with ready to heat food. You can come in. Sometimes I'll cook a rack of lamb and have it in there.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes I'll make, I have lamb stew today, so we make specials. These are our house wines
Can you
that
get
we
in?
sell.
Can you get in tighter to the labels so we can see what some of these are?
This is one of my favorites. This is a Greek wine. It's a rosé. It's very dry. It's called 1418 because that is the number of hours that they leave the skin on the grape to give it that beautiful color.
Wow, this is sort of amber, is that, or is it reddish? I can't.
It's a blush. It's actually a rosé,
Okay.
a very dry rosé. And this is a Rakanti, which is a red. It's an Israeli wine. And then we have a Malbec here. It's a
Sure.
peach
Love Malbec.
Malbec. So all of our wines we are doing at 21% off. So 20.21% off because we are not happy with 2021. So we're giving you guys a break.
I like that. I like that.
All right, so we're going to bring you behind the counter, and then we're going to scan some of the food items.
Okay.
So this is our retail line here. These pita chips are one of the very first things. We did start in farmers markets, and we sold in farmers markets and festivals. And we would make these frozen, ready-to-bake meals. So this is moussaka, pastizo, spanakopita, which the pastizo is like a Greek lasagna, and the moussaka is very much the same flavor. It has eggplant instead of noodles. And are different.
Hold on just a second. We're going to bring in Ken Hall. There he is. Now let's see. Now we want to get you and so I don't want to override Joe Beth. So since
no.
Okay, so let me make sure we get out of that. Want to add.
It may be I need to hang up and you add and call me back. I'm not sure.
Yeah, let's do that because I think I'm going to have to call her back because I think we cut her off. So we're going to do that. Ken is also a really good customer of hers. So we're going to now go back to Joe Beth. Resume call. There it is right there. And Joe Beth.
Yes, I'm back.
What happened was when I brought in Ken, you disappeared. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to tap on plus and then see if we can add Ken in this manner and put you both in a double box. Sometimes doing this on the fly is not that easy, but he called in to me, and that may have been the problem. Dual pad. She's still not coming up. I'll tell you what, we'll just call him after we get through with our segment, and he can talk about it afterwards. So we'll just do it that way. Okay, let's continue on with your food.
All right, so these are the dips you can get at the different grocery stores. Hummus, feta dip. This is a feta cheese-based dip. It's delicious. It's got paprika, red pepper flake, and it's a feta cheese base. And then I do make a baklava cheesecake. You can order
Oh, wow.
order a whole cheesecake for Christmas, or you can come in and get slices. And we have the traditional Greek rice pudding here. And then these are the entrees. You can order these. You can get these in the grab and go to heat at home, or you can order these hot from the restaurant. And we have them in nice to-go containers for you to eat. This is the spanakopita. This is the pastitsu. And this is the moussaka, which has the eggplant. And these are adomades, the stuffed grape leaves. And we do have beef, mint, and rice in our grape leaf. And then I don't know if you've ever heard of agbelemino, which is the Greek soup that is a lemon, egg, and chicken soup with orzo. It's a very classic dish. And then, of course, we have lamb stew.
So
And you can also order these trays for Christmas. This is a small tray with 6 pieces of baklava and 6 kurabietas. But you can order any size tray that you would like to have for the holidays.
Well, it all looks fabulous. And you're located, was it 414 South Main?
We're at 412.
412, okay. And you're open until how late tonight?
We are open. We close the kitchen at 7:30. You can place an order by 7:30 and then come and pick up by 8 o'clock.
You really have a huge kitchen. I'm very impressed.
So this is our beautiful kitchen.
And it is very clean. I've been in hundreds of kitchens. And this,
so that's where nursing background pays off.
yes, it does.
This is where nursing background pays off. We do a lot of cleaning around here. We have a tight cleaning schedule. And then just our refrigerators and keep up with our temperatures there. We do all of our prep work here and all of our frozen meals. Everything is produced out of this little kitchen, believe it or not.
Well, you're doing an amazing job. I mean, the Greek festival folks should blush at all the foods, the variety of foods you're putting out, all out of that kitchen. So, congratulations, Jo Beth. You're doing a great job. And everybody, if you're watching this now or look at it later, share it with your friends and go by and visit. Once again, they're not letting you dine in, but you can take it to go, and there are a number of places where you can get it. And Jo Beth, thank you very much for tuning in with us today, and continued good luck, and God bless you for your hard work.
We thank you so much. I'm so glad that Diane introduced us, and come in and see us. Get you a good meal to go. We also are on Uber and on Grubhub.
Well, I will do that, and thank you very much, and we'll talk again soon. All right. Jo Beth Graves with a great restaurant, Grecian Gourmet Taverna. And once again, brought to you by the good folks at Southern Security Federal Credit Union. It's not a bank; it's a credit union. And when you join, you have to actually invest in the bank. It's like you open an account, and there's a very small amount that you have to pay. But the reason they want to do it, they have a lot of their customers are people in the restaurant business, people that bought their first car through the Southern Security Federal Credit Union. The rates are much better than banks. Credit cards, loans, home loans, they can do everything that a bank can, except they treat you like you're part of the bank. And guess what? You really are. You're not just an account number. So keep that in mind.